So, thank you. Hey, thank you. So I hope you enjoyed your few trips. Hey, thank you. And I planned to initially to talk a little bit about the research that we developed together with Christiana and Alice, but I guess I'm going to keep, and we can talk about this tomorrow. And I am focusing more on the work we've been developing right now in Akarui, because today we have my colleagues that came here to watch, Daniela, Cora. They say Maria Helena made very good recommendations about Daniela, and Renato Lorza, also. Obrigada pela presença. So, I'm going to skip some slides and start by, I don't know if you know where we are. Can you see Brazil? Here we are in the state of São Paulo, and this is São Luís do Paraitinga. I wanted to show you that we are just between São Paulo and Rio de Janeiro, which are the largest and more populous metropolitan areas in Brazil. So we are in a strategic geographic space. So, and tomorrow I'm going to talk a little bit more about how we got to arrive here, but for now, no. I'm going to show you a little bit of our, the work on research that we've been developing in Akarui, and the talk of the morning inspired me very much because I could see that a lot of what we are doing is very aligned with what she was talking about. Okay, so this is our website and our purpose, unfortunately just in Portuguese, but just to show you. And another view of this map, so we are here in São Luís do Paraitinga, and this is a territory, and as I began to work with Akarui in 2017, I got to be more acquainted with their view of the territory, an integrated view considering the geographic space, the people, its culture, and the services we are providing right here to this region, which links São Paulo and Rio de Janeiro. So we are near a consumers market, and which has a lot of potential to consume the services we are producing here, the ecosystem services, and and also we are near the coast, which is another very important axis of services consumption. So we are here, and I don't know if you know that, but São Luís do Paraitinga is considered, if we consider the Human Development Index, we are on the bottom position considering all municipalities in the state of São Paulo. So the income is very low. So if we use that to measure well-being and things like that, we should be considered as a poor locality. And thinking about that, we don't agree, and we've been working to, to see this territory in another fashion. Okay, so fast forward to 2021, when I was already not working anymore with academia. I was just working with this NGO. And we were searched by WWF Brazil to submit a proposal. They invited us to submit a proposal. At this point, we were conducting some lots of projects on technical support to agroecological agriculture, as well as for ecological restoration. And when they invited us, they came with these two questions. How could we scale up ecological restoration in the region, in this region, which we call Paraíba, Vale do Paraíba, and how they could help, could help local organizations to fulfill this challenge. So with this question, we formulated a proposal, and we said, well, let's ask the land and land managers what do they think about it. And for that, we should be able to generate knowledge about some points that we really think that there's no enough information. So we should generate knowledge about the cost efficiency of assisted regeneration versus tree plantation concerning forest restoration, and the motivations of landowners to reforest, to engage in our projects. And so, doing so, we hope to reduce the cost, which is, just for you to know, if we do tree plantation in this region, we estimate that we spend between 8,000 and 10,000 American dollars per hectare. It's a lot of money. Do you agree or no? So we felt this urge to reduce costs, then getting to know more about the efficiency of assisted regeneration potential in this region. And also know about the motivations of landowners, so we could engage more people in our projects for scaling up the projects. All of this is also related to monitoring and evaluating our results, the results of present projects and past projects, because as NGOs, we get the funding to implementation and maintenance for 3 or 4 years, and then we never get other funds to go back to those areas and see and monitor and see how is it developing. So, and also we felt that we should strengthen the capacity of organizations, not just Akaruis, but other partners, organizations, to manage their data at the regional level, so we could join many small initiatives as a superorganism and show our results all together, taking what each organization has knows best how to do, so we could work together as a superorganism and catalyze and amplify our impact, so joining lots of small initiatives. Then, our strategy for this project was we implemented experimental areas on assisted regeneration. So the ones who went to Maria Cristina's farm, we implemented one of these experimental areas there, and I will show you a little more what it's about. And we should be able to monitor these areas under assisted regeneration and tree planting methods and comparing them, considering ecological and economical variables. Okay, so we also interviewed the landowners who were engaged in our projects about their perceptions and motivations to reforest. We invested in improving our communication skills so we could get closer to the community, the local community, and also build capacity and foster small businesses involved in along the restoration chain. So small businesses that do implementation, maintenance, and also monitoring together with us. Well, is it clear? Okay, thank you. Also, we started organizing a georeference database with starting with our areas, the areas of our projects, but everything we are doing can be expanded to other organizations, other partners, because we are creating an infrastructure, a data infrastructure, to support the collection, storage, and analysis of data on restoration. Okay. We also are developing digital tools to assist data collections, all based on open source tools. And they are digital tools for mobile, so we can go and collect data using cell phone or tablets. And then it will feed directly to the database. And also, we've been strengthening a network or regional organization that I named the superorganism. And we also are partnering with 2 academic research groups. One of them is LEMI at Unicamp, where Cristiana and others also participate. And another one is in a university in this region, in São José, which is based in São José dos Campos. So we have these 2 academic partners. Well, this is just for you. Acabou aqui. Ah, deu? Falhou, desculpa. This is just for you to get an idea of our experimental design. On assisted regeneration, okay? We split the area, so the landowner said, well, I have this area that you can work here. You can conduct a restoration project. And then we split in 3 more or less equivalent parts and applied 3 different treatments. And then we've been monitoring these lines represent the plots, the sampling plots. And we are basing our protocols of data collection on other protocols, adapting other protocols, well-established protocols for the Atlantic Forest, for restoration projects in Atlantic Forest, okay? this just for you to know that we are what we can. Parou. Ai. Eu acho que caiu aqui, desculpa. What we can do with this data, these lines represent the minimum requirements, and this is the maximum, the ideal requirements concerning canopy cover. So there are standards posed by the state of São Paulo that establishes what we are supposed to achieve once we implement restoration projects. Okay, is it clear? So we are comparing it along years. These are yellow and green lines represent different years, just for you to know what we are working on, what kind of data. So for canopy cover, in density of tree individuals, and species richness, and indicators such as that. We are also evaluating in terms of tree families, and we can make some inferences about this. But our capacity to analyze is limited because we are not a research institution. So we can go analyze the data, we generate the data and analyze them at but we have a limit on our capacity of time and skills and so on. So the partnership with universities and research groups is very important because research groups can develop more sophisticated analysis using the data we are collecting. So this is an example of the app, the mobile app that we developed for collecting data, ecological data, and we are developing other tools to assist data collection. Well, and how can academics help us to develop this kind of research, which is oriented to generation of applied information that we can apply on our very urgent problems that we have to figure out. So one of them I already said, and then, for example, this more sophisticated analysis. For example, Victor Courier, I don't know, well, Victor Courier, who is there, he will do his master's thesis using this data and performing the analysis we are not capable of doing. So I hope. So we need to keep on monitoring these areas in the mid and long term, and usually we don't get the money to do that for, let's say, 5, 10, 15 years. And research groups could have the funds to do that. Some experiments that NGOs cannot access funds to perform because we are not research institutions. So we can develop very interesting partnerships with research groups, with academic research groups in this sense. Well, for thinking together how to tackle the real problems we have to implement and know what our results, know what impact our actions are having, and also producing materials that support planning, but especially to help us show the impact of what we are doing and our potential for potential funders. So we've been using some of some of the work developed. For example, this is a research developed by Christina Adams' group. Giordano Buzzati was the lead researcher, okay? And we've been using also a lot this work, which was, the coordination was of Aurelio Padovesi. I think he's not here anymore, but this, Aurelio, thank you for this. So we can, these kind of materials are very useful for us, so we can, when potential funders, for example, approach our institution, we can show them that this is important, that we already have data and research that shows the relevance of this region and importance to restore and invest their money on our projects, okay? Other examples, for example, Alice has produced two papers about São Luís do Paraitinga, especially. One of them, I guess you received, you got access to these papers, but we can talk more about this tomorrow. And well, we also have some challenges for working together with research groups. Now, some of the challenges I can envision are, sometimes the timings are incompatible between what we need to, in terms of implementation of projects and our deadlines, and the timing of academic research. And sometimes we cannot wait the student to be approved and then get their scholarships. We have to have results faster. And so we are trying to figure out together how to solving this. Sometimes the agendas or the research goals are have some mismatch because of objectives. Sometimes the information we need is too simple to be thesis or a dissertation. So sometimes the information we need is too basic. And then we have to figure out together with researchers how to improve questions and add other layers so it can become a thesis and etc. So we have real difficulties for adapting the ideal sampling strategies to practical situations. So sometimes we have research generating information about one large area inside one farm, and we don't know how to, if the information is also valid for lots of small land holdings and so and so. So another thing, well, I already talked about it, but for example, now we would like very much to participate in an event about ecological restoration, SOBRE, which will happen in July, and we simply couldn't get the funds to participate because we are a small NGO and they don't have special fees. We have to pay fees, the same fees as professionals or large NGOs or large companies, and we cannot do this. Sometimes asymmetric power relations, sometimes even funders or research groups don't think we are capable of developing interesting questions and really participating in elaboration of research design and the hypothesis. So, and least but not least but not last, we have sometimes difficulty concerning the motivation of landholders or other stakeholders to participate in co-creation if they don't have enough incentive. So we also, I know we have this problem in academic research, and we also have this problem of engaging the local community. Okay. Well, to finish, I'd like very much to acknowledge and thank very much my colleagues on Akarui team on restoration, Daniela Cora, I already said, Maria Teresa, Nadia Coelho, and Daniel Alves, who have been working with me for the past few years. The support from WWF Brazil and FEIDRO, which is the State of São Paulo Fund for Water Resources. Our academic partners, then Simone Vieira, Vitor Courier, and Cristiana Seixas at Unicamp, and Nathan Vogt, Thais, and Clazielli at Univap, and mostly the landowners who engaged in our project and allowed us to do this work. Okay? Got it.